So we've heard a lot tonight about the social mission of Planned Parenthood. Let's give it up for one more time. I'd like to tell you a story about the actual work of Planned Parenthood. I love going to my Planned Parenthood in my town, but it's weird. They have a mobile above the table when you're in the stirrups, like a baby mobile, which I think sends mixed messages to me. But when I'm up there, I just kind of bat it around. It's weird. But the last time, I don't know if you guys have been to a Planned Parenthood, there's always an intern who's studying to be a nurse that they want to have watch your procedure. I don't know if you ever noticed this. But like, hey, this is Tracy. She's studying. Do you mind if she watches? And then they both pin down. And I'm like, okay, I guess so. I want more women in STEM. Yes, let's do it. Okay, I guess. But, what was weird the last time I went, when she was down there, the doctor, she said, oh, that's interesting. You never want to hear that when you're down there. And she goes, wait, loosen up a little bit. Because I have immediately tensed up. And I said, what is interesting? What do you mean? And she said, well, the normal human uterus is between 6 and 9 centimeters. And yours is 6. And I was like, what? I'm finally a size small? Oh my God. I was so happy. I'm a divorce attorney in my hometown of Cortez, Colorado. And you guys know what the stupidest thing I ever did? Was becoming a divorce attorney in my hometown of Cortez, Colorado. I'm the only female attorney, and I know this might come as a shock, but I'm a real bitch in the courtroom. It's weird being from your hometown because like half of the town loves me and half of the town hates me, depending on which side of the case I'm on, which is weird because it's just my job. And what they don't get is they think I have like a special vendetta for them. And I'm like, no, Shiloh, I remember the time in 7th grade you called me a fat ass, but that's not why I'm representing your wife. It's because you're in the fifth wheel and she's in the house. She got to me first, so it's really on you. You should have got there first. But you know what's really weird is after I've gotten out of divorces, I've had no less than 5 men I've been on the opposite side of a case from try and ask me out on a date. I'm like, oh, you like being punished, do you? Nice. And it's weird to me because I'm like, listen, asshole, I know every horrible thing that you've done to your wife and children for the last 20 years. Trust me, she told me everything at $2.75 an hour. It was great. Thank you. But I'm like, I just don't understand it. And I think to myself, why would he ask me out? But then I start thinking more and I'm like, man, his 401k was so nice. I've seen his financials. And so sometimes I do it. But what's really strange being a divorce attorney is, I don't know if you guys know where Cortez, Colorado is. It's right by the Four Corners. It's a population of about 26,000 in the county. So the tender pickings are pretty slim there. And there's all these people that are into like this thing, the couples thing, and they call it ethical non-monogamy. And no offense to any poly people, but what that means is your marriage is hanging on by a thread and you're going to fuck other people to see if you can try to save it. And as a divorce attorney, there's only 3 of us in Cortez, me and 2 other guys. There's 3 attorneys. I'm like, you guys, you have to understand something. If you want to match with me and this doesn't work out, I'm ethically prevented from representing either one of you when this goes south. They're like, no. We talked about it. It actually saves our marriage. And I'm like, oh my God. Are we role-playing? I love role-playing. Let's save your marriage. It's fun. But I can't talk about it because I made him sign non-disclosure agreements. Just know that I drove that train. I went to my high school reunion there in Cortez. That's where I went to, my 20-year reunion. And I went just kind of out of morbid curiosity. I don't know if any of you have been to your reunion, but what I loved is about 6 months before the reunion, all the girls from my class named Nikki with 2 Ks started trying to sell me diet pills and essential oils to get me in shape for the reunion. I'm like, nobody goes through reunion to see anybody. We have social media now. If you wanted to stay in touch with your high school friends, you did, right? We go to a reunion to find out who got bald, who got fat, and who stole a whore. That's why you go to reunions. You want to find out 20 years later. And so I always like to mess with Nikki because I'm like, hey, Nikki, what kind of essential oil works for whores? Is it lavender? I've always been a bigger girl, and I actually have pretty much exactly the same physique now as I did in 7th grade. So they all recognize me. And the funniest thing was they all got heavy after high school. I was like, who kept their high school body now, bitch? Anyways, you guys, that's my time. Get your next comic up here. Give it up for Jennifer Giraldo.